the biggest piece of advice that you'd have for someone who aspires to be an effective leader? A huge thing for me is have systems and organization. So the first system I'm going to talk about is, and I'll show you my system. So this is my Evernote. I would highly recommend using Evernote. And what I've done is I've created notebooks that all have the categories of content that I would consume. So for me, being a leader is being a teacher, being somebody that can transmit data and education and knowledge to someone else so that they feel more educated and confident. And so you're like, great. In door-to-door, we have sales, leadership, and growth. And so if I go to growth, I have how to retain, how to prospect, how to interview, how to sign people, and these all have subcategories. If I have sales, I have sales general, how to do referrals, nonverbal, presenting, prospecting, objection handling, closing, and then you come in here and you're like, cool. Anytime I learn something cool on closing, take Tyler McAllister spoke at Door Con and I rewatched his thing. I liked where he talked about this. And then manufacturer deadlines, Mike O'Donnell talked about this. Chris Voss, when I was reading his listening to his master class, talked about this. And so I'm compiling a very organized way to recall data, because we could read all the books that we want. If we can't teach anything from that book, then great. If we could interview all the leaders that we want, go to all the seminars that we want. But if there's no central way that I can see the data and train and transmit this back to somebody else, then it didn't serve me, because it wasn't implemented, it wasn't taught, it wasn't used for the good. So you go to this, and I've taken excerpts and screenshots of books and articles and links, and I put in stories, and you can see that I draw analogies, and every time I learn something, every day my goal is to add to my library of Sam's Nuggets, call it. The next one would be calendaring. It's like if I'm trying to help somebody, it's just proper planning. It's like I color coordinate things based on certain things. Even like when I want to write in my book, when I want to run, when I want to do this and this, and having a really structured, proactive calendar is going to be huge. I do a weekly planning session every Sunday, and then another system is just systems. So like organization. So this is like a content calendar. I use a tool called Airtable, and you look at like when videos are going to be produced, what podcast goes out, what testimonial video, where it goes, who's in charge of it. So if you let's go to like one of these that's actually been like in production. So like this is a podcast I did with Mo, and here's the recording that I did, here's what's going on, and then I have my team members like Christian and Brett and Dallin and different things being made from this content. So it's like I have a really structured and organized way of getting a lot done by leveraging team, assignments, accountability, and that way I know there's a central place that I can take my vision, my ideas, and turn it into action. Because a leader that doesn't know how to transmit his ideas and vision into action, in my opinion, isn't a leader. They're not somebody that can take idea into reality, therefore no one would follow them. But the biggest way to be followed is they see you come up with a vision, they see it come to fruition, and that's been habitual. So they're like, wow, I want to surround myself with this kind of person that's actually doing something, that's challenging themselves and actually accomplishing the challenges. And that to me would be a huge piece of advice for somebody that really wants to be an effective leader. Everybody can say I'm a leader, but ask yourself how many people are following, and that's your true indication of how good of a leader you are.